Yes. Uh, a very good afternoon to all the participants and a very warm welcome to our webinar on global careers in finance. We are Emerge Management Academy, a part of the Emerge group, and we are here today to provide some valuable information to help the participants understand the various options and global opportunities available to them. We value your time and we will ensure that you derive maximum benefit from this engagement with us. We are starting about 15 minutes late from the scheduled time, but we will make up and we will not hold you too long after 4 p.m. This is our promise. Before we get into the webinar, a couple of guidelines I wanted to state. One, we are recording this seminar, this webinar, so it's for everybody's information. Second, I request everyone to keep your microphones on mute and the cameras turned off. This way, we can all ensure that the proceedings of this webinar are smooth. Next, whenever you have any questions, please type them in the meeting's chat interaction. We will provide the answers to them sometime during the webinar or at the end during the Q&A session. Now, we have structured the webinar flow as follows. Initially, we'll be giving you an introduction to our group, which will be followed by about 15 minutes for each of the 6 courses that we want to talk about. These courses are the Certified Public Accountant, CPA USA, then Enrolled Agent, that is EA USA. The third one is ACCA UK, followed by CA India. Then we will share information on the Certified Management Accountant, CMA USA course, and finally on International Financial Reporting Standards, IFRS. This will be concluding, we will conclude this session rather by giving our recommendations for the way forward depending on what stage of your education and career you are. We will close with a Q&A and interactive session in the last 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah. Now, I will take you through the Emerge journey so far. Emerge Management Training Center was founded by Mr. Hariharan in Dubai, UAE in 2006, primarily to help students who were preparing for their CPA USA and CMA USA exams. We have done great work, which has led to our winning the IMA Middle East Course Providers Competition in 2012. And then for the 2 consecutive years, 2014 and 15, we won the Excellency Award for achieving the highest CMA pass rate in the Middle East. This award was given by IMA, that is the Institute of Management Accountants, USA. Then in 2016 and 2021, we also finished within the top 2 places in the coordinator recognition program run by IMA in the Middle East. So as you can see, we have all these accolades and we have, through our very professional and student-centric approach, Emerge has become a premier institute in the Middle East in the UAE primarily for professional finance courses. Throughout this exciting journey, Mr. Hariharan, who is the founder, he has made it his life mission to dedicate himself to the success of all the students that come under the fold of Emerge. To give you a flavor of the statistics, we have trained over 3,000 students coming from 65 different nationalities. Out of them, more than 600 have successfully completed their qualification. So it's who we are, and this is how we have achieved a lot of accolades. All these accolades are like what I just mentioned to you previously. These are all very important recognition for us, and these are all a testament to our professional approach and to the success that we are bringing to our students through our strong and consistent processes that we have. Then in the year 2025, that is last year, the geographic spread of Emerge Group has encompassed India also. Now we have strengthened our team manifold, and now there are 4 eminent course directors, and all of us are here to help you and guide you in beginning your respective journeys in whatever course that you want to set your sight on. Now, naturally, you will be keen to know who the people behind the Emerge Group are. These are the 4. As I mentioned, Emerge Group is the brainchild of Mr. Hariharan. He is a highly qualified professional with immense industry experience of over 40 years. He is a chartered accountant from India. He is a CPA from USA and Canada. He is also a CMA, CFM, CIA, and CISA from USA. He has been the course director of Emerge Group since its inception in 2006. Mr. Hariharan is based in Dubai. Next is Seshadri, that's me. I am a chartered accountant from India. I have also done my CISA from US, and I am a DIP IFRS holder that was awarded by ACCA UK. I have a lot of work experience in several industries and geographies. All this I'll be bringing to the fore when I teach the students that join Emerge. The next person you see is Shweta. She is also a chartered accountant from India. She is a CPA from the USA. She has been turning out successful students in CPA and EA courses over the last couple of years. She is based in Mumbai. And the next person is Rajshekhar. He is an Indian CA. He is a CPA from the USA, and he is also a CMA from India. He has been teaching CA Inter and CA Final students both in India and in Dubai. Now he has a lot of passion in teaching the students and bringing out the best in them. He is based in Chennai. Last but not least, we have Mrs. Ponni Hariharan, who is our counseling officer. She is based in Dubai along with Mr. Hariharan. Her enthusiasm and commitment for supporting students are boundless. Though she operates in the background, once you enroll for our courses, you will really see her value in your progression. Right? So these are the people who are behind Emerge. Now, in order to realize our purpose, like any organization, we have our vision, mission, and values. So I'll brief you quickly on these points. The vision we have is to enhance accountant skills to efficiently contribute in achieving the business objectives in global business community. Basically, all the courses that we are talking about here are not theoretical knowledge merely. They are actually they actually test the application of the knowledge, which is what is important in business environment when you take up professional positions within various organizations. This is our vision. And our mission is to provide extensive coaching for both international and Indian courses, like CA India. The international courses I have already mentioned, CPA USA, CMA USA, and so on. We do our coaching through online classes as well as in-person physical classes. We have setups in Dubai, Chennai, and Mumbai for handling these classes. The same physical classes will be streamed online to students who will be attending through Zoom meetings. And our mission is to empower students with all these internationally acclaimed certifications so that they can not only survive but also grow very well in the global positions in finance and accounting field. We also have very strong values. Our primary value is to impart education of the highest quality. We are all qualified professionals, and we want to ensure that the quality of education that we provide is no less than anyone else that are in the field. We also embrace innovation. Means that in order for the students to stay relevant in the currently changing global order. We will also be doing constant innovation. We'll be improving our teaching methods. We will be ensuring that you are ready and raring to go for whatever professional path that you chose. Also, we believe that the students who learn from us, all these learnings will last them for their lives. So we don't believe in providing short-term gains. Our main objective is to make sure that your learnings remain lifelong with you. We strongly believe in professional ethics and social responsibility, which is one of our pillars of our success over the past 2 decades. We also are very transparent and we are accountable. We hold ourselves accountable to the students. We will fulfill the promises in terms of providing you the necessary knowledge and preparing you sufficiently for the professional courses that you undertake. We have a large global emerge community. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, we have more than 600 students since 2006. They are so the point is all the students who complete with us, they become part of an exclusive global business community. There can be a lot of networking and there will be across geographies so that, mobility and migration opportunities are ever increasing for the students. And more importantly, all the students will remain current and up to date in terms of knowledge and the relevant disciplines that they chose. Now, it's not easy for Emerge Group to have done what is done unless we have set the expectations clear from both sides. So we we are recapping here what the students can expect from us because these are our processes. Now, as I mentioned, we will be doing both online, hybrid, as well as in-person classes to handle all these classes. In fact, you can attend some of our demo classes in case you are interested so that you can get a flavor of how the actual classroom interactions are and how easy it is for you to assimilate the necessary knowledge for you to take these professional courses in terms of the application, in terms of understanding the concepts, in terms of understanding the principles, and so on. The environment in the classroom is highly interactive. We ensure that even online students participate effectively in class by, involving them in question and answer session. It's not necessary that, the students will have to give their correct answers because most learning happens only when we try to answer, even if the answers are wrong. But the moment we try to answer, when we drop our inhibitions in terms of interacting with the entire class, then the learning is much more useful. That is why the learning through participation will be very, very effective. In terms of guidance, we are there to guide you from the time you register for a course until you pass the exam. So that means even during your entire preparation time, we have things like mock tests, which will help you do an assessment of yourself as to how ready you are to take up the highly competent professional exams. Besides being a silver partner of IMA, we are also partner with UWorld, which is a great content provider with international standing. All the students who take up this UWorld subscription with us will get access to their review material, study materials, as well as a comprehensive LMS. And they cover both the CM USA and the CPA USA courses. Apart from the content provider, UWorld's LMS, we as Emerge have developed our own proprietary comprehensive learning management system where you will have for example, study areas where you will be given access to the PowerPoints, which are discussed in class. You will also have access to the classroom recordings. There will also be handout notes and additional resources from relevant textbooks and so on. So you will be equipped with all the resources that are required to ensure that your learning is complete. We have a test bank session within the LMS where you can test your understanding of the concepts, of the application of the concepts, both in test mode and practice mode. Once you become student, we will explain all those details to you and you will find it very, very interesting. And the third section which we have is called assignments or homeworks, which you will be required to submit at the end of certain classes. We will encourage you, we will sometimes admonish you in classes for not submitting homeworks on time, but that is only because of our interest and our commitment to make sure that the time you invest in attending these classes and studying actually should bring in the benefit for you. And the benefit can only be achieved if you are systematic and if you ensure that all submissions are done on time and your learning gets complete. Okay. We also have student community forums, basically student groups, learning groups for the respective courses that you enroll for, so that the learning from peers also happens seamlessly. You can teach people who ask questions to which you know answers. Similarly, if you have any questions for which you don't know answers, other students will be able to help you. And of course, they will be moderated by all the course directors. So your learning will be holistic and complete. The last portion of our LMS, but the most important part, is the mock test section where we will simulate the exam environment for you. That means the sessions will last the exam duration. You will be doing section by section, or you will be doing a combination of sections, or for the whole subject together. You will be doing a few mock tests and you can assess your own confidence level and how ready you are to appear for the exams. Now, so far, what I have described is what the students can expect from us. Now, we also need to make sure that you understand what we expect from you. Our expectations from you are just two. One is you need to put in the required hard work. Why? Any professional qualification, for that matter, is not easy. You need to work and earn your professional qualification. You cannot simply, study for a short time and like your school or college exams, try to pass them. These courses require you to spend time to learn the concepts, to understand everything that is being said, even to read the questions properly so that you will be able to answer them correctly in the exam. So what we need from you is hard work with dedication and commitment, no wavering. Once you step into the course, your objective should be to finish within the timeline that you set for yourself and then come out with flying colors. The next thing is, once you are ready to write the exam, you will have to write your exam with full confidence. These are the only two expectations from you. So together, we will be able to successfully do this journey in whatever financial course or subject that you want to take up. So with this, I wrap up the session. These are our contact information. They have also been shared in the emails that have been sent to the participants. You can reach out to us anytime on any of these numbers or email. And once you get in touch with us, we'll be also sharing our personal emails and numbers so that, we can remain in constant touch and you can get any number of clarifications that you need. Any questions you have, we can answer them.
First of all, thank you for all the aspirant students who joined this webinar. I'm going to talk a little bit quickly about the ACCA course. Okay, there are just 9 questions. I'm just going to give some answers to these 9 questions, and that's it. Why? What is ACCA, first of all? And why somebody has to pursue a ACCA? Are there enough opportunities for ACCA? And what is the time it's going to take for completing the ACCA? What is the eligibility? What you should be? You should have a degree or +2 is good enough? What is the syllabus and pattern of ACCA? And how does the results look like? And what is the kind of investment you are going to make to become an ACCA? And is there any challenges? The first 8 questions are about the positives, but is there any challenges that is going to be covered. And by the way, all the students, I have a surprise for you towards the end. As we go through this, you will come to know about it. First of all, what is ACCA? It's a globally recognized professional body, and it is very well respected qualification, and it's considered something equal to, many of our friends who go to the US for pursuing their master's degree. ACCA is just equal to that. And it is globally accepted as an alternative to traditional chartered accountancy course. And the main thing is, roughly about in 120 countries, ACCA is adopted in their day-to-day business. Every business or the accounting and whatever financial reports, they follow IFRS. So what I'm going to say is, indirectly, ACCA will make you as an expert in IFRS and international accounting standards. If you look at the map, except North America and South America, which is predominantly following the US GAAP, many of the other important locations across the globe, it is all following IFRS. In other words, it is ACCA recognized. In simple terms, you are having an immense opportunity in all these locations. It's very flexible. There are 4 papers in a group. You need to score 50% and you need to have more than 14 individual papers, nothing like it. And you can really have a very high earning and strategic career in the finance field. As I already said, third point, I'm not going to repeat. You are going to become an expert in IAS, IFRS. There are a few more things which are covered. And you are going to be occupying some of the top tier roles in big organizations worldwide. So global career mobility, you will be required in many places. You will be in demand. And you can be in finance, auditing, tax, or management consulting. You can enter MNCs, Big Four, you will be always welcome. If you would like to work in a bank, that is also possible. Okay, how much time it takes to become an ACCA? Normally it takes about, if you are on a fast track, it takes 2 years. If you are already employed in a company, you can only attend the weekend batches with Emerge. It may take anywhere between 3 to 4 years. Wait a minute. There are 13 papers, but there are exemptions are available. I'm going to tell you something towards the end, what is going to happen to these 13 papers. It is also possible to complete it if you are really focused in 18 to 24 months. The most important thing is, even with higher secondary, you can start doing your ACCA. But the only thing is, all the 13 papers you have to cover. But if you are a commerce graduate or if you are a postgraduate in commerce, you have exemption up to 5 to 6 papers. If you are a chartered accountant, only the professional level you will be writing last 4 papers because you have 9 exemptions. And there are 13 exams are there. We are going to talk about this at great detail in the next coming slides. Generally, the IFRS covers accounting, law, audit. All these are all the important content. This slide, I want to spend a couple of minutes. So I said 3 levels are there. Applied knowledge has got 3 papers and applied skill has got 6 papers right now. And strategic professional level has got 2 compulsory papers, the first 2, and you have to choose 2 out of the remaining 4 papers which are there in the last. But the good news about these 13 papers is, coming 2027, these number of papers are going to be reduced from 13 to 11. I've given you the description of all the papers. Since we don't have time, I'm not going to spend much time. But instead of 13 papers, if you want to join with Emerge for ACCA, you will only be doing 11 papers in the next 9 to 12 months. ACCA exams are primarily, it is computer based. There are some exams which are available on demand. That means any time in the year you can write. Whereas some of the exams, it only happens in 1 month out of 3 months. For example, you can write the exams in January, then you have to wait until April, then you have to wait until July. So the second and third month of each quarter, there will be no exam. The good news is, okay, the number of candidates, if there are 100 candidates who are writing in some difficult papers, about 40 pass out these exams. In some papers, the result is even higher. That means 80 people out of 100, they pass the exam. This is a very good news. Unlike some American professional exams, you need to only score 50%. That's all. If you score 50, you have cleared that paper. Okay. There are some, where I've given the individual details. The 40% low is there in APM and AAA paper. The results are very low. Only 4 out of 10 is passing the exam. Now come to the most important thing. In this slide, which we will be sharing with all of you, I've given you a lot of information. How much is the registration fees? All these things, I leave it to you and you can read it. But the most important thing is here. What is the most important thing? If I want to become an ACCA, I know there is a very bright professional career waiting for me. But how much I have to spend? If you go on a fast track, 18 months or 24 months, if you complete, if you can rely on the ACCA material without spending additional money in going for Kaplan and BPP material, you can finish it off in 3.7 lakhs. Don't think that this is an expense. This is an investment on your professional career. If you are already employed and you cannot complete it in a short period of time, the maximum amount you have to spend is about 6.2 lakhs in Indian rupees. What are the challenges? Is there any challenges in doing this one? One thing is there. You will be, guided by emerged professors. But of course, that is only 50% of the job. Attending the classes and going through the material and being attentive in the class, only 50%. But you have to go home and do your hard work. That means, in other words, you have to invest your own time. That is more important. Second thing is, I won't even say cost. Investment to complete the course, I've already given you in the last line of the previous slide. Another thing is, but don't worry about this one, the job market keeps fluctuating with artificial intelligence, the regulations on the visa, which are keep changing every day. But there is no problem because many of the Western countries or European countries keep coming to India. There are a lot of virtual CFO, virtual BPO, all these KPO organizations are still thriving in India. So you don't have to worry. Even if you are not able to migrate, you will get lucrative opportunities sitting in India itself. Make sure these three are just small challenges, but every challenge or whatever is there, whatever is a problem in your life, you can overcome and you can make it into an opportunity. Thank you very much. And what I wanted to say is ACCA is one of the best opportunities for you. It is not, 4 papers, 2 papers, nothing. It's a very comprehensive, thorough, it provides knowledge on all the fields. Once you are going to become an ACCA, you will be respected not only in India, not only in UK. You will be respected across the globe. The important thing is ACCA UK. Why I am recommending this course is because after all, until 1947, we were ruled by the Britishers. Whatever law we follow here, if tomorrow you are asked to read the income tax law or the contract act of the UK, it's much more easier. After all, our Indian contract act or Indian tax laws have come only because of UK. So the origin is UK. So you can easily adapt to whatever papers which will be challenging otherwise. If you are pursuing an American course, it is much easier. I have given you the contact details here, both Indian contacts and also the contact details of our parent organization, which is in existence for nearly 2 decades in United Arab Emirates. And I wish you all the very best to students. If you have, I just run through the presentation. If you still have any queries or something like that, we will share this presentation. You are always welcome to reach out to us at any point in time. Thank you very much.
Yes, I hope you are all able to see my screen.
Yes, sir.
The fourth course that we are going to present to you is the Indian Chartered Accountancy. Just 1 minute, please. Yeah. Here is the overview of the course. This Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, which awards the Chartered Accountant certificate, is a professional body that has been created by an act of parliament. So it's a fairly independent body, subject to its own regulations, no intervention, no interference from external forces. And the institute manages the program completely from registration to awarding the certificate and to the controlling the practicing chartered accountants. No doubt, this is the most prestigious finance qualification anyone can have in India. As Shweta had mentioned, when I did my CA, that was in the 1980s, I obtained the All India 18th rank in the intermediate exam and All India 13th rank in the final exam. So passing the exam is not easy, but at the same time, it's not impossible. I am the living example for all of you. You can really do well and come out with flying colors. Then there are 3 levels of examination to become a chartered accountant, and you also have to go through a practical training. Career opportunities are boundless in India, as you would see in accounting, audit, taxation, finance. In any industry, you take insurance, banking and financial services, industry, manufacturing industry, any business has to handle money, and anywhere money is involved, including in non-governmental organizations, not-for-profit organizations, money is involved. So your employability is across industries, not limited to any one particular field. Now, just a brief of the course structure. There are 3 levels, like I mentioned. There is a foundation level, which basically can be done by people who have just completed school. After 12 years of school or junior college in some states like Karnataka, you become eligible to pursue CA Foundation. You need to register with the Institute of Chartered Accountants, and then you can either prepare on your own or you can attend classes like ours so that your knowledge is more rounded. Foundation basically tests whether you have knowledge of the subjects that are covered there. I will just brief you in the next slide as to what the subjects are in that. The second level is intermediate. To intermediate, once you finish foundation, you can take up your intermediate exam. You can start preparing. There is another non-foundation route, which means if you finish 3 years of your degree, bachelor's degree, then you become automatically eligible to write the CA intermediate. Your bachelor's degree need not be from the commerce or accounting background. It can be any science discipline. It can be any art discipline. There is no restriction. You become eligible to prepare for CA intermediate. The last stage is CA final exam. Between the foundation and the final exam, you will have to do what is known as articleship. That is 2 years of practical training in a practicing chartered accountant's office. It could be in any of the big 4 firm names that you might have heard, like Deloitte, Ernst & Young, Price Waterhouse, and Yeah, the firms like that, or there are also a large number of second-tier firms like Grant Thornton, PKF, and so on. So you have to undergo 2 years of practical training called articleship in these firms. A little bit detail about the foundation. Like I mentioned, you have to complete class 12th or junior college. There are 4 subjects: accounting, obviously. Then there is a paper on business laws, which basically tests on Contract Act and the Companies Act and things like that. You have quantitative aptitude paper, basically maths, stats, and logical reasoning, and the paper on economics. These 4 papers you will have to prepare and appear for. Now, each of the 4 papers will carry 100 marks each, and you have to score 40% in each paper, but you have to get an aggregate of 50% overall. That means if there are 4 papers, individually you can get 40 each. So that means if you get 160 total, you may be figuratively passing each paper, but in the aggregate, you will need 50% of 400, that is 200. So that means in most papers, on an average, you will have to score above 50 so that you pass the group overall. Unlike the CPA and ACCA that Raj and Shweta had explained to you, here we don't have the luxury of appearing and clearing paper by paper. You need to do this as a whole group. That is why it brings in a lot of pressure on you. You have to write the exams probably in a matter of 2 days or 4 days, all these 4 papers. So that's why your efforts will have to be intense, rigorous, and you will have very little time between one exam and the other. The exams are conducted 2 months every year, once in May and once in September. This sometimes will get changed depending on the situations, like if there is a general election, some exams might get postponed, but the general window is May and September. How long will it take for you to do the CA foundation? Ideally, within 6 to 8 months, you should be able to complete in one sitting all these 4 papers. This is on foundation. Next, we look at intermediate and final because the requirements are almost similar. So I have combined both of these into one table for your easy understanding. The required qualification for CA Inter, as I said, is foundation, or the other option of non-foundation, which is direct entry after completing your bachelor's degree. And for CA final, your eligibility is you must have completed Inter. Only then you can appear for final. The subjects are common between both CA and CA final. If I want to give a different perspective as to why the subjects are same, but the level of testing will be different. In intermediate, probably your skill levels will be tested, your understanding of concepts, your understanding of principles, and so on will be tested more. Whereas in final, it will be a combination of both your knowledge as well as your practical application of whatever you have learned. So, for example, if there is a law like the TBS questions that Shweta had mentioned under CPA, you will be given situations and probably you will be tested on how you will apply your knowledge to the given situation. Yeah. The exams here are 6 papers each. Each paper is for 100 marks. And again, here also the same passing criteria. 40% if you get in each paper, you can pass that paper, but overall you need to have a 50% aggregate. So 6 papers, you will have to score total of 300. Yeah. These 6 papers are in 2 groups actually. So you can write groups of 3 each. You can write 3 papers, 1 group. If you are ready, you can write both groups in one shot, or you can write group by group in every sitting. In terms of the final, again, 6 papers, same criteria of 40% per paper and 50% overall. Here also exams are conducted twice a year, May and November. Duration, again, with a lot of dedication and commitment, Once you do, you will be able to finish the course in a maximum period of 8 to 12 months. You will need to spend this much for intermediate, again another 8 to 12 months for your final. Okay. Then a little bit on the articleship training, which is mandatory training for 2 years. You will have to learn hands-on work in the auditing, taxation, compliance, finance, and these functional areas. So that when you will be you will be deputed to companies where you will be required to perform the audit function. You may be attached to a team of the firm which handles taxation matters or compliance matters. So you will get overall experience in the respective field of the group that is handling. You will also, in practical training, the institute has mandated payment of stipend. So it means you are working. While you are learning, you are also working. So for that purpose, you will be earning a stipend. The range is about 3,000 per month to 15,000 per month. The range is so vast because there are firms of different sizes. There will be small firms which will be employing only 1 or 2 article clerks or articleship people, and they might have very limited clients. On the other hand, if you go to the major audit firms, they will be having multiple clients. They will be having huge teams and requirements. So they might be paying more in order to attract more talented CAs and retain them. This is an articleship training. Exam centers are available across major cities, Chennai, Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore. The list is very, very small. In the CA website, you will see a lot more cities where these exams are held. These exams can also be written internationally. For example, you can sit in Dubai, you can prepare for the courses and you can write there. London, even Singapore and Doha and a few other places. Yeah. So now the most important part in terms of how much time and how much investment. Like I'm using the word Raj has mentioned, investment. Now substitute the word investment for cost. What you will be doing is, in terms of institute fees for all 3 levels together, you will be spending about 60,000 rupees. The coaching, it's advisable that you undergo coaching through some institute like ours, because we can give you the perspective from which the questions will be asked in the exams. Because if you study from the books or practice on your own, your approach to the exam might be limited. You may not be able to appreciate what will be really tested in the exams. So preferable for you people to attend coaching classes. So for all 3 levels together, the range could be, again, there are lots of institutes with different price ranges. For example, there are institutes that give just recorded videos. You can just buy them and you can play and learn at your own pace, but they don't coach you in any other manner. To institutes like ours, where we handhold you till you prepare and you pass your exam. So in such cases, the amount you need to spend on coaching will have to be a bit on the higher side. Okay. So in all, over the 3 levels, you will be spending anywhere between 1.1 lakh rupees to 2.5 lakh rupees. But this is your investment for a future career where you will be earning lakhs every year, right? And what is the total study duration? Like I had mentioned, your study period will be a total of 2.5 to 3 years. That is about 6 to 8 months for inter and for the foundation, sorry. If you are doing your degree already, you would have spent another 3 years. So you will be doing only inter and final couple of years. So the range anywhere, and then you need to do a 2-year articleship. So together, the duration from the time you register could be anywhere between 4.5 and 5 years. You can become a qualified accountant. Another important point which you need to keep is the pass percentage. That is, this percentage denotes the number of people who clear the exams. If 100 people attempt the exam, 30 people, 30 of them clear the exams. That is what this means. And foundation level, the pass percentage is higher. At intermediate level, it comes down significantly because the level of testing, the difficulty of the exam is quite high. Also because lots of people may not be prepared well enough when they go for the exams, with the result that, the percentage goes down. If you come to final, it is even lower, like 5 to 10% only. And overall pass percentage is 5 to 8%. Now, I have given these percentages not to scare you. This is reality. You need to keep this in mind. But it's entirely up to the individual. Once we put the tools in your hand in terms of preparing for your exams, in terms of getting ready, then it's entirely up to you to put in the effort, like what I have mentioned in my requirements or expectations from students, your commitment and hard work and sincerity. That is what will help you to make sure that you are always within this 8%. You don't have to be part of the 92% that don't pass. You can very well be in this 5 to 8%. That should be your objective. The reason why, one of the important reasons why the pass percentage is so high, so low rather, is the professional standards are such a high level that unless people are fully ready and fully prepared to write the exams, it's difficult to get through. This is what you need to keep in mind. Like I said, it's not impossible, but quite difficult, requiring a lot of diligent commitment and application. Okay. Career opportunities are plenty. Like I said, in any industry, you will find employment, and the earning potential is. This is where if you compare fresh college graduates, they will probably be at this level, at the starting 6 lakhs level. It will be very difficult for them to go beyond. But once you do, as a fresher also, you will be, depending on the skills that you exhibit, it could go up to 12 lakhs. Once you are a rank holder, when you are in the cream of this cream, 5 to 8%, you can even command 12 to 15 lakhs and above per annum in terms of starting salary.
Join us to be a business professional to take your career to the next level.